All right. Sorry, there was no way for me to give y'all no notice. We are back, guys. We are back. We're back. We are away from technical difficulties, we think.
Yes.
So hopefully we can make it this time with no technical difficulties. But hey, y'all, thanks for joining us today.
Hello.
I'm so excited to see you guys on this wonderful Saturday. So if y'all are on here, jump on, say hey,
Please share.
Auntie. Please share, like, share this video. We are happy to see you guys. Yeah, we got Tiki, we got Miriam this time, y'all. Miriam wasn't with us this time, but she here today.
Whoop,
Boom,
whoop.
Hey.
boom, 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 boom. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. So yes, please like this video, send us some hearts, go ahead and share this video. We're jumping on because we were on the phone the other day and we were just like, you know what? We need to do a girlfriend check-in. Like we
Yes.
literally, Sister Rona is taking over the world still, clearly mostly America. We stuck at home with these kids, well, plural for Tiki and Ashley.
Child.
We've been trying to work from home with these kids, and it's just a lot happening in the world. Then there's a whole other pandemic of racism happening in our world. We just trying to survive, okay?
Right.
So there's just a lot going on, and to be real, it's very easy to just get a little down, depressed,
Right. That's true.
really get stressed. Even if you ain't down and depressed, you're stressed.
Stress,
So
right.
we had to do a check-in. So we're going to share some of our own experiences where we've been in life for the past couple months, but also we just want y'all to share. If y'all have any questions, y'all can talk to us. But first, before we even get to that, honey, what's the word of the week?
Entanglement.
The word of the week is entanglement, friends.
Entanglements.
Sister
So
Jada had a word from the Lord.
a word not from the Lord.
I don't know who it was from, but it was from.
It wasn't.
But entanglement is the new word of the week, guys. So I don't have hey Janitra girl, I don't have a definition of entanglement, but obviously Jada had her own definition.
Okay.
Jada thought about that word.
Yeah.
Before she jumped on the Red Table Talk.
Now it's the hashtag entanglement.
And some people are now saying they're seeking to be in an entanglement.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, they saying how they want to be entangled.
All right. Somebody already has a t-shirt out and it's like single, married, entangled. And it's like check boxes. And then they have a check box for entanglement on there. Hey, Anna, good to see you, girl. So anybody want to share their thoughts first on this entanglement series we saw last night or yesterday?
Entanglement
She
series?
cougared this young man.
Yeah.
And how many years older is she? 20, 24, something like that? 23,
Well, at the
25?
time, I did the math. He was 23, and I believe she was 44. Yes, 44. Because she
in other words, her kid's age.
Which is ridiculous.
Like, I mean, yeah, Will Smith's oldest son is the same age. Like, they're the same.
That is crazy. So y'all, me and John, we sat up after dinner last night. We sat up in the bed and we watched the video. And entanglement was like this incredible scene of the video. But what I was telling these ladies here, y'all, is that they have a great PR person, whoever that is. Because when this originally came out, when August came out and Let It Blow Up, everything was completely like, oh my gosh, Will and Jada used to be relationship goals. Now look at them. Like, Aiden had an imposter coming to their marriage, you know what I'm saying? All home wrecker, and Jada done fallen in love with somebody else. That was the whole narrative. But after I watched that episode, I was like, man, like they completely changed the narrative to become what it was to become beneficial for them. Because at the end of that, you was like, oh my gosh, like they have a really strong marriage. Like they communicated through this thing,
and even
worked this thing out.
Family, how Will and Jada was like going on vacation with their with his ex-wife. So definitely it was relationship goals.
Yes. And so it was after watching that, I was like, dang, they could get through anything. Like, look how they communicated, look how they did, like it was everything. So their PR is incredible because they completely just played the narrative their way. Okay. Any PR is good PR. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. He said he would not want to do that again. I know that's right. Like
Tiki,
Well, I mean the entanglement part of it is really funny But did y'all see the way the video ended?
Oh yeah, the bad boys for life quote.
Bad marriage for
Bad
life.
marriages for life.
Right.
No, bad marriage.
Right.
For life.
I saw a meme. It was a meme somewhere, and it was like all single people when they said bad marriage for life was like, what? Bad marriage for life.
Married people were like,
no, thank you.
They could have ended that some other kind of way, like bad marriage for life.
Well, I think I was just telling my husband, I think that's their way of telling us that their marriage is still like
they gonna be with it for life.
It's just gonna be bad.
Yeah, well, they might be. Well, you know what? I took it as, and maybe I didn't look at it the right way, because I took it as, because bad boys for life is not really like you're a bad boy. It's kind of like an infamous kind of thing, like I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? And so I took it as like they're doing a play on it, and not necessarily like their marriage is bad, but like like the infamous saying of bad marriage for life kind of thing. And they're gonna be with each other for life.
But I still think they have defined their. I think that they are happy because they have completely defined what they are expecting out of each other. And who knows? I mean, it still could be some infidelity going on. Maybe they just happy.
My thing is, I look at it as it. Like, you know how when we have like celebrities, we put them on a pedestal, and it's like, okay, they can do no wrong in our eyes. I think it brings them back to human, yeah. Like they were saying, they were separated. It was an amicable separation. Look, I don't know if I really like you. I don't want to be with you no more.
Yeah, we'll say he was done.
It's crazy how her and August were in the public. I mean, and people were speculating already. He just confirmed it. But it's just like, okay, well, they are a regular marriage. Like, we get those times where you just like, look, I don't really know if I like you. Like, I don't really know, And so them saying, hey, you know what? we gonna part ways. And like Will was like, look, I was done with your A. Like, like I was done.
And maybe that saved, like, we were talking, and me and my husband talking, maybe that saved their marriage. Like, maybe Will, like Jada said, she just wanted to feel good.
Yeah.
And she got entangled.
Entangled. Not that it made it right. And then I was just like, she's on this whole tip of like healing. This was healing. I was just like, girl, you cheated. If it was healing for you to cheat, then I don't know when anybody ever said that cheating was healing. But yeah, it was the most a mess. But it did make them, like Tiki said, more personable. I mean, we all married. Marriage is hard. I don't think anybody go out and get entangled with nobody. But it did
entanglement.
Make them, brought them a little bit back down to earth. They have issues too, because everybody was like because relationship goals is great when you see like the highlight reel of their life. But for real, if anybody married is watching this thing, marriage is hard.
It's tough.
So but I think that it was very interesting. It was a good episode. So that's all we got for the word of the week. Entanglement.
Detangle yourselves.
Right. Yes. It's gonna be somebody's sermon at church tomorrow.
Did you say detangle yourself?
Somebody live, and they're gonna be talking about entanglement. But to our girlfriend check-in, we got some questions, and it is, y'all all right or nah? I be saying this to my kids at school in the classroom, and they be like, Miss McKinney's so lame.
Or not.
Hey, whatever. So, man, you want to share about how you and your family been dealing with this whole quarantine life?
We've been good. Actually, I think I'm one of God's favorites, and the pandemic hit at the right time for me personally, because my child she was turning 8 months, and I was kind of overwhelmed being at home with her by myself. And so when I found out that my husband could stay at home with me,
come on, girl. Lift the hands.
Hey, glory. So I was super like, okay, this, I know for some people it's hitting them hard economically, like health and all that. But for our home, it truly was a blessing for me to have an extra hand. So Eric was home. He was still getting paid because he's in education. So that worked out. And just having that extra help was really, really cool. we decided to change up the scenery of our home in Stone Mountain. So we packed up and went to North Carolina for the remainder of the summer, and then having grandma and grandpa's help has been even better. So we've been quarantined with our extended family. So I have my niece and nephew here. Our bonus son came down, where Eric's son came down, my bonus son came down. And so we had niece, nephews, aunties, everybody was like in quarantine back home where I grew up. So that was cool.
That's good. Yeah.
And so I've been able to like escape a little bit here and there, hand the baby over. And so for me, I'm all right. Okay. I am good.
You're good.
I'm good. I said, thank you.
That's good.
Good, and you the real MVP. You and Ash. I'll tell y'all this all the time because I don't have the grace to be stay-at-home mama. I love my baby. Lord Jesus, I can't. I learned that during quarantine. No, thank you, Jesus. That's not yet. She's at that age. Maybe when she gets older, but at the age where they're so dependent on everything, like, and then she is in full-fledged toddler stage, like these tantrums and the attitude and all that. Yeah, nah, we need places. She got to go to the babysitter.
Yeah.
So, but Ash, how you been handling it? You got your 5 kids, girl.
I have not. It's been very challenging. Like there are days that I'm just not okay. Like. And I think it's because I'm more like on the social side. Like I want to go hang out. I want to just get in a car and like drive to the mall and walk around in the mall. You know, just getting out of the house. And it definitely has been a challenge for me because, you know, my son had to finish his senior year here. And our 2 older daughters had to finish their 7th grade year. So I've been like mom, teacher. So it's been really rough. And like you guys, I have a 1-year-old and I have a 4-year-old.
Yeah. Girl, struggle bus. Kudos to you.
It's been very difficult. But I mean, hey, I just been, the number one thing that's been helping me a lot is just been like, man, I'm so thankful that 1, we're healthy. None of us are sick. 2, you know, my husband is working from home. It's kind of hard keeping the kids quiet sometimes because he's working, he's on the phone. But I mean, he's working from home. He don't have to go out anywhere to work. Yeah. So, I mean, I just been taking it like one day at a time. I mean, one thing that I do is like I set aside once a week to like, okay, this is my night where I take a bath, I relax, I lock the door. You know, you just have to find some time for like mental health. So,
self-care.
I mean, I don't. It's just one of those things like you don't know what to expect. I mean, going to the grocery store is different now. Going out, period, is different. Like different. So, I mean, every day it comes with its challenges, but
you learn to overcome. Yeah, y'all killing it. When we went into quarantine, I was still in teacher mode, and so in the education system, let me just be honest. I know that like. In August, we need to make sure that we are making sure we make all safety measures for going back to school. If we do go back to school, and I do understand that some people think it is the safest for us to do virtual learning. But as an educator, I can say, honestly, I'm not a fan of virtual learning. But at the same time, I'm realistic because I feel like if we go back to school and we're there for a week or 2, it'll be sometimes somebody done tested positive, a family member done tested positive. Not everybody got to go in quarantine.
It's
so I just feel like it's just
distractions.
Yes, it's so much. So I just feel like at this point, we probably are just going to do virtual learning or some kind of hybrid model or whatever. And I'm just going to have to get with it, whether I'm a fan or not, because it's best for the safety of everybody. But that was the most stressful time of quarantine for me because learning how to become a virtual online teacher in like 72 hours was a lot.
Yeah.
And I just did not enjoy it at all. So once school was over, I feel like I kind of got back to myself. I wasn't as stressed because I hated like virtual online live teaching days. And once that was over, I was good. But y'all know, I found out some issues about myself during this time because I am a very social person and I kind of thrive off of being around people. So quarantine has been really difficult for me, but I had to learn to be okay with just being with me. because it was really bothering me. Like, because John, he's really, really busy. He's working all, like, he never stopped. He's still preaching, whether it be virtual or not, still working, still doing things. And it was just always me and Avery, and even, hey, Linda, and even, you know, it'd be me and Avery, but I just wanted to get out the house. I just wanted to go so I can be around people. And I felt really lonely. And I was like, why am I really struggling with this loneliness? Like, why am I just not okay with, and I still, like, from day to day have to, like, deal with it. But I started getting really lonely and just being like, why? But I had to deal with that and say, like, why is, like, me not enough? Me and Jesus, like, Jesus could be my homeboy and my homie. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, that's been the most difficult part of it. And then just having to confront the fact that you might, like, struggle a little bit in this area, and this needs to be dealt with. So that's been where my struggle is.
That, I think, me too. I think that was one of my struggles, is realizing, because in our house, I was able to work from home, but my husband, he was still going to work, and so, and it, even, and sometimes I'm gonna give it to him. You know, when he could, he would work from home. But even, like, you know, you got the phone calls, you got, you know, those group sessions that you have to do. You still have to work. It was just like, okay, well, I'm here with these kids. They ain't liking me. I ain't liking them. I'll be honest. Like, I'll tell my kids, like, look, I know right now y'all ain't feeling me, and it's cool. It's cool. You know, we're around each other all day, every day. We don't get a break from each other. We're asleep. You know, it's fine. It's like trying to validate their emotions, because, you know, I got, like you said, actually, you got to be mom, you got to be teacher, you got to be all these things to them in their personal space. Like, okay, this is my personal space. I don't really want to do schoolwork. I don't really want to be on schedule in my personal space.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And so I would have to. We could look right now. Mama I need 5 minutes. I need it.
Yeah, them been
But then
some very
in
powerful
those
5
separate
minutes.
times, like, feeling alone. You know, feeling alone, like, okay, well, you know, Josh still has to go to work. The kid, and even when the kids, especially when the kids would be in their separate areas of the house, like the boys would be watching TV, Grace would be on her tablet, Quick would be doing whatever he does, bouncing from room to room, and I would just be sitting and TV off or whatever, and I'm just feeling like, gee, somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Somebody to go have lunch with or something. So it's been baby.
Yeah,
I think I struggle.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think for me as a stay-at-home mom, it was an easier transition because I was already at home. And so I kind of navigated through those feelings. My first few months of postpartum was like, okay, I'm lonely. But I'm an introvert at heart. So, like, I like to kind of be by myself. But it was still, like, every now and then, like, hey, I miss going to church. Hey, I miss going out to go grab lunch. But so I definitely see the struggle, especially for extroverts.
Yeah, I am a total extrovert, and so it's been hard. And you just lost direct access to your community, even your family members. A lot of people you can't go see family members because they
I've been dealing with that too.
Compromised, or you couldn't even, like, everything looks different. Even just going to the grocery store, like,
everything feels different. Even when you just meet up with people, like, even when you in contact people, like, you're like, oh my gosh, I hope I didn't get sick because I was just talking to this person. Like, you know, it's it's crazy.
Like, and no physical contact too. Like, I would meet up with my friends Tiffany and Saida, and we would go to a parking lot and stay in our cars and, like, open the trunk and sit in the trunk, or like roll down our windows and talk. We just put the cars in a circle. But even just the fact that, like, we could talk and hang out. And then this was when there was still a curfew in place. So still, it was just like everything was just so limited. Even the time that I get to see you is still limited, you know? So, and just losing that direct access to your tribe, because you thrive. I feel like motherhood was never meant to be handled alone. Being married was never meant to be handled alone as a woman or a man. I think you need a tribe, you need a community, you know, and when you lose that, it's really difficult. And I know mental health experts are saying that, like, depression and everything is on the rise just because everybody's alone. You just feel alone and lonely. So it's tough, man.
It is very tough. It has been tough. Like, I know one of the things that's been tough for me is just not having, like, usually I get like a break, at least with one of my small kids, but like I'm completely on mommy burnout, like for real. Like, okay, this cannot be the new norm. Like this could not continue like this. Like I usually now, usually I would travel to Louisiana for like 2 weeks over the summer. We'd be at the house, but now it's just completely changed the whole cycle of how we do life. And I think that's what I'm dealing with. Like me and my husband look forward to the summertime because we get to like ship our kids off for like a month and it just be me and him. So we like
no shipping.
Yeah, this is not working. Like we love y'all, but we look forward to y'all leaving.
Right.
And also I have, my oldest son, he's getting ready to go to college and he was looking forward to like moving in and, so it's just a whole lot of the things that we used to do to cater to our happiness and bring us joy.
Yeah.
We just have to find those things inside. And that's what I've been having. I don't really have a hobby. Like, I'm like, I need to find something that I like to do. Like, I see people into plants. I see people like into like doing other things. I'm like, okay, I got to find something other than just like, making sure my kids are fed, making sure my mom is okay, or making sure the house is okay. So, I think that's what I've been on a journey to find a hobby. I mean, usually, my hobby used to be like maybe like years ago was, okay, I get to go to praise team rehearsal. I get to sing at church. But now, like, I can't even do
ain't even the same. We can't even see our church family. Yeah.
I know.
Really, I don't know what's been like saving y'all in this time, but I've been worship. I mean, worship is always like the answer for me. Worship, okay?
Yes.
And I ain't even trying to sound churchy, but I've been really just having to try to spend time on just worship, getting my relationship with Christ, and it don't look perfect, but this has also shown me like I said, I had to confront like why I struggle with loneliness. I've also had to confront like, okay, I need to be spending more, like why I'm in these struggles and feeling lonely because I just need to be spending more time in worship and spending more time in my word. So I've also had to confront that and try to, be in that place too. I don't know about y'all and how y'all been helping, but also self-care is so important because Ashley, I could piggyback off your mommy burnout. It's real. And I only got one. So I can't imagine what mommy burnout feels like for you. But
you just hear the word mommy so much. And I'm just like, that, one day I said, that's not my name. Y'all could just call me Ashley if y'all want to. Or y'all can call me Prissy. Y'all don't even call me mommy today.
Girl, yes. Like, mommy burnout is so real.
Call me something else.
Right.
That'll make me feel better mentally. So yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Like and then another thing is they want to eat a lot.
Because they bored.
A lot.
Y'all got boys. Well, Tiki got boys, and then you got bigger kids, Ashley. So your bigger kids,
they want to snack. Like I'm like, I asked them the other day. I was like, do y'all rather me feed y'all food or just have a lot of snacks available? Because we gotta find what works. Like, what if I just feed y'all one big meal a day and y'all just snack the rest of the day? Would that make y'all happy? Because I'm like.
And then they went up on grocery prices, girl. Stuff at the grocery store is so expensive now.
It's not cheap here.
It is so expensive, okay? But we want to know
eating out.
Go ahead, Ash.
Eating out. I'm okay with eating out because it's like almost equivalent to like a meal that we have to go spend. I'm not one of those moms that. Because I have a big family, I'm just like, okay, whatever works. Whatever works. Like, if we need to just go eat out today, I'm fine with that. It's like, we're just trying to keep everybody mentally stable in here.
Right.
So, if y'all want to eat pizza tonight, I'm cool with that.
Right.
So, in the screen time, I'm definitely doing a hard time with screen time. Like, I'm not.
Oh, my gosh. Like, tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm horrible with that. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do right now.
Y'all, I need to get so bad with screen time. Sometimes Avery, like that be all she want to do, and I try to limit it, but my God, it takes my life sometimes too. So I be like really conflicted. Like, I know you want to watch the Super Simple Songs and Little Baby and Coco Melon, but you didn't watch it for the last hour. Enough is enough.
Yeah, and
I be on the struggle bus with that. Damn, I know Eden, she like Little Baby Bum. Does she be watching it all the time?
Loves Little Baby Bum all the time. And I'm like, okay, we got to go outside. We got to do something different. But no, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go outside. I don't do anything different. We're going to both be on our screens.
And
It's
that is
going to be okay.
You know what? That is so important because I think social media always influences us to what's right and what's wrong.
Mhm.
And lately, I'm just like, well, for my mental stress, if being on the screen for 2 hours is going to help me mentally, you're going to be on the screen for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't care
Like if you're happy
like that's your
watching Little Baby Bum.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
the difference is like I don't put restrictions or limitations on their screen time.
Mhm.
But what I noticed with my kids is probably because they, they're so close together or whatever. Like you got Jared and Jameer, you got Grace and Quick. What I notice is they will naturally like have their screen time, and then they have their natural time where they're just playing. So because I used to be one like, oh my God, they don't need to be on these tablets all day. They don't need to be in front of this TV all day. Oh my God.
Yeah, they do get tired of them. You're right.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it be. I'm gonna let it be. And I noticed that like, and Jameer mostly he has to play the game or whatever, but he'll come away from it or whatever the case is. So they naturally, I think if it's more than one sibling, because like it's just and it's just Avery, so it's just them. So it's like if there was somebody else to entertain them, they would
be on
right. So I don't really
me up a little bit.
I don't really think it's bad that because guess what? That's what we're teaching them. We're teaching them. Okay, well, you want to learn these nursery rhymes. This is how you learn nursery rhymes.
And my kids learn from girl.
Yo, Avery is learning from it. Yeah,
they learn a lot. Like
it really helps their language because you can't all the time sit and have, even though you want to sit and have that conversation with them. So it's like, okay, they're picking up, language development. They're picking up.
They are.
Because they ain't like let them watch a grown show for 3 hours.
Right.
They're watching something that's age appropriate. So I don't really see. I broke down those barriers of, oh my God, screen time is going to kill my kids, going to fry their brains. They'll have time to go out and be with friends, and I'll be like, no, stay home. So I'm just like, do y'all?
It frees me a little bit because I've been feeling all this mom guilt for real because it is just Avery, so she will sit on the tablet, and I really try to get her to do other things. I'll try to do like learning time with her and like all these things, and she don't want to be bothered with me, y'all. She be like, excuse me, this tablet is giving me life right now. And then I have mom guilt at the end of the day because I'd be like, if I add up all the times she was on the tablet, it's probably been like 3-4 hours, and I just am a bad mommy. Yeah, I've really been struggling. Feeling like a bad mommy.
Because think about it, when Avery wants you, I don't care who in her way, she coming to you.
Right.
No matter what's going on. So she's gonna have her time like, all right, this is what entertains me. All right, I know you right there. If I want you, I can come touch you a little. But I'm gonna
go when it's time for the milk, she coming.
Oh yeah. I didn't want to say it, but
when they want to eat,
she wants some milk. She's sitting right on over. But she said, yes, my son learned so much from watching YouTube Coco Melon. Girl, that Coco Melon
I love Coco Melon.
Girl, Avery loved Coco Melon and everything else. She be doing all the moves, okay? She didn't learn her ABC, how to count. She done learned it all, okay? Yes. Body parts. She came to me the other day. She's like, eye, hair, nose. I was like, I didn't teach you that. You learned that from YouTube? Yes, for the win. Okay. So, she is learning completely.
We have, I think it's important parties up in here.
And I think it's very important because, like, even though I do know that they on the laptop or whatever they be on, I'm still monitoring what they're watching. So they're learning. It's not like they're watching crazy stuff or even for the.
Did I tell y'all I had to block a video on YouTube, on Avery's YouTube? They had 2 mommies and 2 daddies giving the baby a bath in the tub on some little bath time song. It was like, mommy, it was like, take a bath, and it was 2 daddies bathing the baby. But it was like an animated one, like a cartoon, and then they switch it over, and then they do the 2 mommies bathing the baby. Are they singing like an animated thing? I said they got the agenda they trying to push on the babies.
They are.
Oh, we got a comment.
Read it, Tiki.
Davida says, I think my son spent the first part of quarantine doing just about nothing. I let him have it, and He has naturally progressed out of the phase, and now he has his own workout regimen, adjusted his diet himself. He's 13, and it was good to see him move into that on his own. I intentionally didn't mommy the situation.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's really good.
Sometimes you gotta free yourself.
That's a mommy win for you, girl.
Yes.
That is so awesome that you like, and that's kind of like
workout regimen.
Yeah, I need a workout regimen. Can he share, please? Demita, send us the notes. I need a workout regimen too.
Yes.
Ashanti said she about to go watch Coco Melon. Y'all got too lit off of that. Ashanti, Coco Melon. I'm telling you.
Coco Melon is really good.
It's on Netflix, honey. When they put it on Netflix, I said, "Oh Lord,
no commercials."
It is
Little baby
right
too.
Yep, it's really good.
Rise up, Coco Melon. Okay.
Oh,
But the only Coco Melon she can't watch is Johnny, yes, Papa, because the Johnny
he be lying.
Yes.
Yeah, he lied.
Yeah.
Johnny lying. Talk about no Papa. You know you was really doing it, Papa. Okay.
That one and the monster ones. I was like, no, I don't want you to watch that. I don't want you to like.
You know what?
Fear.
Avery be watching the monster ones, but I be like, you're gonna be a deliverance minister one day. It's okay. Don't be scared. Scared of no monsters. You're gonna cast them out.
The witch one, the Halloween, the witch one. I was like, I didn't never taught her to be afraid of stuff. I'm like, how do you know to be afraid of that? You ever think about that? Like the witch, and she started crawling back over. I'm like, okay.
I ain't seen this witch.
It's a Halloween one.
Oh, Avery don't watch that.
I'm gonna have to watch them.
Oh my
I mean,
Lord.
but you know what, guys? There are certain things that I do. Like in the morning time, we go for our walks. Like when they get up and have breakfast, we go for our morning walk, which is really nice because they like running around. It's not too hot yet. I mean, so I have like different things that I do. Like Hope is still learning. Like she knows like maybe close to knowing all her letters. Like she's supposed to start pre-K this year, but like she know all her letters. She know how to recognize all her numbers up to 10. Like I mean, she's doing really well. So when she want to be on screen time, I'm okay with that because she knows stuff. Like she knows her shapes and numbers and stuff. So
yeah, that's so good. I will say one good thing that came from quarantine it was just the intense family time that we've never been able to have because our lives were always so busy before. Like y'all know John, he preaching, pastoring everywhere, and then he got businesses and he doing stuff. John was never home. He was always out of town, either for work and job or for ministry. So we was always just never seeing each other very often. And then Avery was, of course, at the sitter because I had to work full time. And so when quarantine happened, we didn't have a choice but to be together. But it was good because we never had the opportunity. So me and John, the most time we didn't have together since we was like dating. But it was good because it really created some bonding time that we really were missing, you know?
Right.
That's good, yeah.
And so it was just good bonding time. And then
some other people can relate to that too. Like other people that's watching, like I'm sure the family time has definitely been good.
It has been really good
for us too.
Yeah. And Avery's at such a fun age where she's learning so much, and I feel like I get to like see it with my own eyes. I don't get to have to hear about like, oh, she said these words today. Oh, she learned this today. Like I've been able to be there for it, and so that's the great thing.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah,
but so I'm pretty much ready for it to be over. Like, I'm glad that I'm seeing all this, but I'm just like, and then I really feel bad for my 13-year-olds because they have to start 8th grade at home, and I'm just not looking for it. So next week we just said that they're gonna start like doing some pre-learning about 8th grade math, 8th grade, whatever it is. So next week they're coming out there. Netflix and Hulu watching YouTube and TikToks and all that crap.
Girl, I need to make me a TikTok. I forgot. I gotta make a TikTok, honey. I need to go and do it. Do y'all have a TikTok?
No. Eric has one for cooking.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does his mashups for his recipes and stuff. So yeah.
I need to get a TikTok. I don't have one yet, but it's still the craze. So I want just to before we get ready to go, I want this all to be over. But for real, y'all, I don't ever see it being over. I told John last night, I said we need to get a whole bunch of acres of land and start a commune, start growing our own food.
It's definitely a new normal.
Yeah, for real.
We're not going back.
No, we're not.
Grieve now. We're not going back.
Exactly. So but for real, I do want to start like a garden. I have no kind of green thumb whatsoever, but I think that it's important to start growing our own food, homeschool the children, learn how to do all these different things. I was like, we can come off the grid, John. We can come off the grid.
Becoming self-sufficient. Yeah.
No, really, because you never know what at the rate that these things is going, because they're going to put out a vaccine, and let me tell you who ain't taking it.
Yeah,
Me.
The vaccine is coming.
I don't trust it, and I don't trust a whole lot of other stuff they got going on. So you're right, Miriam. Grieve now, and then figure out, be strategic, and hear from God. Figure out how we move forward.
How to maneuver.
Because these are definitely crazy times.
Yeah, it is. And like you just said, I think everybody just have to do what works for their family. Like I know and I don't judge people that's out doing normal life things, but I mean, I know for me, like we just choose to stay put. So I think it's very important that everybody just use wisdom.
Best for your family, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we are so glad that y'all joined us. We said we was only gonna be in here for 30 minutes. We went 5 minutes over with y'all because I talk a lot, probably. But
I talk a lot.
No, it's really a problem. Right. But we are so glad that y'all joined us today. Make sure that you subscribe. Also, the link is in our bio on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Y'all, we got a live show welcome back party for y'all next week, Wednesday at 7:00. So catch us Wednesday. It's gonna be a much lighter conversation. We're gonna be too lit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So the intro music I'm gonna play is the Entanglement song. Intro.
I'm gonna do the Entanglement dance.
So y'all get ready. Next week, Wednesday, 7:00 is the welcome back party for the Breathing Room. We're gonna be too lit. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be taking questions, answering some questions. We have a really great show. Yeah, y'all will really get to know us, get some personal information about us. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I want y'all to make sure y'all tune in. Tiki, you know how you do on this part. Can you do it, girl? Boom.
Wait a minute. Well, we thank you, ladies, for joining us. Like she said, follow us on all of our social media platforms. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you have any comments, any questions after we leave this live, please leave your comments below. You can always DM us. We're always open to questions and helping you all out. So yes, until
Girl breathe.
Girl breathe. That was good. That was in sync and stuff.
Virtual high five.
Yes. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. We are going to see y'all on Wednesday, 7:00. We'll see y'all there. Bye.